Hey guys, welcome back. This is the second part, hopefully second, maybe not, possibly third update for this. So last episode we did the wall, we did this, and we did the two giant underground tunnels that connect these two things. I haven't done any work at all in this top section. Like I said, the mine is completely untouched other than that tunnel and then obviously this giant walkway that goes all the way to there. We also talked about my little bit of doings with Utopia and the little bit of doings with the farm, or the giant farm. I don't think there's a lot left to cover, so what I'm gonna do is, hold on, let me just think really quick. What else have I done? I did that. That's a huge thing. I did the big wall. Yeah, okay. So basically I've done a few upgrades in my base, which I should tell you guys about. So first things first, this is a lot bigger. In case you guys haven't noticed, this is a hell of a lot bigger. I started running out of space for just junk. My junk box over here was filling up. Now it's quite empty. Like, this was full and this was half full, so I had to make some more room. So basically I added, I think, 20 or so items, 25 items extra in this, and then I filled, and then I was able to shove everything back in the sorter, and this is what popped out of the other end, which is not a lot of stuff, which is fine. This is something that's really cool. I do have iron here to smelt. Oh wait, hold up, I actually have 4 stacks, so this is really cool. I mean, I wouldn't recommend this if you want the stuff that you are putting in to come out right away, but this is basically a super smelter. It's got 2 sides. It all dumps into this one chest. The only problem is it doesn't eat items, but due to the way the ticks work and the redstone works and everything, it doesn't work the way it should, the way the math works. Basically what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to take obviously fuel input, which I totally misspelled, and it's supposed to go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then it's supposed to drop all at the same time, eight pieces. And then of course it's going to do the same at the top. So you put in, we're going to do this, we're just going to throw in these, and it's going to detect for 8 pieces, and you see they all came on at one time. It's not like they all dropped into this furnace and then started filling up this one and then this one and this. They all come on at the same time. But due to stuff like this doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it's not dropping into this one furnace. But due to stuff like that, they don't always all come out at the same time. And you can make these as big as you want. I think you can make these like 16 long, or like 12 long. I made them 8 long on each side because I didn't have that much room to build in the back. And then they start coming out of here. So this is leftovers. This cracked stone brick is what I put in before, and the furnace turned off because it didn't have exactly 8 of everything, and some of them got stuck like this. So there's an entire stack here that's going to get stuck. All right, and it's going to cause stuff to get out. But, we've got iron coming in, and we will have gold coming in. There we go. There's some gold. And this basically is going to smelt 4 stacks in like a super, super short amount of time, which is fantastic. Another thing that I've started doing is the auto smelter. Hold on. Before we get to the auto smelter, we're going to go level by level. I have basically filled this, almost. More or less. I have 99% filled this. The only thing that's left, I think, are all these hoppers on the top. But I did make this a little bit beautiful down in the bottom. I've done a little bit of wall work. I'm probably going to do a little bit of ceiling work, and then I'm going to do the same wall work on the floor above it. But this is the last chest, and it is full. And all of these are full. Yeah, so the hoppers are the only things that are left to fill up. We're quite full, actually. There we go. Okay, so somewhere in between that floor and this floor, the hoppers are filling up, and we're running out of space. So what I've been doing is I've been auto smelting. Now my auto smelter actually ran out of coal. Big problem. So what happened was, instead of coal, I've been using lava buckets. And the cool thing about the lava buckets is, so these are all on. This is the only one that's still using coal, which is why I don't have it on right now, because lava buckets are super easy when there's a nether, and you can just go get lava. And the nice thing about the update, one of the updates, I can't remember what update it was, but the furnaces used to eat the buckets of lava and the bucket. So you'd lose 3 iron and the lava when you would smelt with the thing. Now what they do is they sit in here and they burn, and then the bucket just stays. So obviously you need a dump. So what happens is the so basically this is filled with lava buckets, this is just a feed for the lava buckets, and then this is filled with lava buckets, and this is a feed for the lava buckets into the furnace. So this just goes into the furnace, and then this is our cobblestone that just gets dumped into the furnace. All right, so fuel, cobblestone, good. All right, and then what happens is this I've filled up with buckets. So the only thing that's going to go down is buckets. And hoppers by nature push stuff down first, and then if it doesn't fit, then they push stuff across. So they are currently going across to this chest. So if all of these are filled with buckets, that means the only thing that's going down here is buckets. And that means anything else that goes into this hopper gets thrown in here. All right. All right, cool. So all of these are the same. We've got 3 systems here running. And what's really cool about these systems is that they actually go and they run and they fill up this system. So this is another storage system, much smaller from the cobblestone one, but it is being filled with, oh geez, yeah, there's a spawner behind this wall. So, you know, zombies occasionally spawn here. They fill up all with smooth stone, so that I've got enough, because, you know, I don't want to use silk touch constantly. I don't particularly like silk touch. I think fortune is a much better enchantment over silk touch, and I've got unlimited lava, so why wouldn't I just make huge amounts of stone smelting with lava? So that's basically where this has been coming from. Yeah, so there we go. Yep, so that one just done. So what is that? What, 3 minutes, 3-ish minutes, and we smelted, well, I mean, obviously we smelted these 2 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4-ish stacks of minerals, or you just call them minerals, ores. And yeah, that's pretty good. So now off to La Pièce de Résistance, the reason why the giant kingdom wall was built, the reason why all of this, why I've been using so much stone in literally everything. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. You guys probably noticed, but the walkway down in the basement has changed. Hold on. I know. I just said pièce de résistance, but we're waiting. So this is no longer sandstone. This is no longer sandstone. The walls have all been done up in here. Everything looks a lot better. I've been kind of working on it. This is kind of where I stopped. So yeah, so everything's getting transformed into stone. Obviously, sand is not the greatest material to be working on. So now the next section. So I don't know if you guys ever played the game Fallout 3. So Fallout 3 is really cool, and I like it a lot. And one of the first towns that you go to in Fallout 3 is called Megaton. Now Megaton has a bunch of metal siding around the whole town as a wall. And basically what they've done is they put all the houses attached to the wall on different levels. So what I've wanted to do for a long time is I've wanted to build a giant hole in the ground. Obviously I thought it was only going to be maybe this big, and build houses all around the outside of the hole, and all, you know, cycling all the way down and on the bottom, obviously, and having bridges strung from across each side and blah 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 blah, and it would look really cool. Well, I finally got around to digging the hole, and I dug it, and it was about that big. All right, so about this big. And then I said, you know what, screw that, and I made it that big. And you know what I'm thinking about afterwards is I'm thinking about maybe not making it open to the air, but cutting it off maybe about here, and just digging that way and having a whole underground portion that's a huge doorway. Like, we're talking like all of this cut out right down to the bottom, and maybe like 50 or 80 blocks in. And that'll be like an underground portion of this area as well. And we can basically build another entire new city, since Shaftstroke's pretty much done. The only thing that's left really is just the inside of the cathedral. Other than that, maybe the inside of the school. But other than that, I mean, everything's done in that town. So this can be another town in our kingdom, obviously in the kingdom. And this will be the giant hole in the ground. So I've been digging out this for, God, a long time, and it started filling up my boxes. All right, this is obviously the biggest hole that I've ever dug. This is much bigger than the mine. This is much bigger than Utopia. This is much bigger than anything that I've ever dug before. And the amount of stone that's been coming out of this place is ridiculous. So, I mean, obviously the Utopia stone was used to build the highway. It was used to build a lot of the roads. The mine stone was used to build the big wall that's around the mine. And it was used to build, there's obviously the wall that surrounds Shaftstroke. Stone was used everywhere from those two projects. Well, now I've been digging this, and I've obviously needed to build. So I've built this wall. I built a lot of walls. I apologize. Might be trumping it up a little bit. But so I built that wall, and then I recently built this wall because stuff was getting full. This, I plan on making a slime block elevator. I'm going to probably cut a hole in here. And, you know, this is kind of set up kind of cool. It's got, I don't know, stuff. Anyway, there's a lot of work that I can do down here. I mean, obviously I'm building a whole entire new town, so this can be huge. There can be, you know, that subway system that I started building in Shaftstroke. That's another thing that's got to get finished and fixed, because it broke one time when I was updating the server. Kind of like Utopia has the giant corner. Well, this in the subway system, there's just water and all kinds of shit just flowing everywhere. So I got to fix that all up. And then, you know, obviously one of the tunnels can lead in here. It might pop out of the wall, like right here. Right. And then that'll be the way to get to this city from Shaftstroke. I don't know. But again, that's another tunnel. It's a whole bunch more stone that I got to figure out what to do with. Anyway, guys, that is basically the updates that I have for you. Everything else is just working. I'm hoping I'm going to start working on the mine soon. Obviously, I mean, I've been just working on digging this hole. Oh, shoot. Okay, I got one more thing that I'm going to show you. This video is going to run a little bit long because I totally forgot. I've been doing a huge amount of work in the nether. Which, again, a lot of stone going to the nether. So my buddy, he actually started working kind of like the iron farm. He made a basic iron farm. He also made a basic gold farm that he never finished. It never worked. It never did anything. Well, I'm going to show you what I've been doing with it. I have been building a huge amount of stuff. All right. So basically this was all just built yesterday, just by the way, including, not the circle, just this path. So basically I'm going to show you basically what he built. So he built a platform on the bottom. He had no stone. It was just, you know, netherrack. And then he started building these, which were a lot smaller, which are supposed to have portals in them to generate, right? So the guys spawn here, and then they kind of walk into the portal, and they end up in one central portal in the overworld, which, as far as I know, all of these 6 or 8, however many these portals are, all end up in that area. So I basically doubled the size of this thing in terms of these platforms. All right, I obviously need to, you know, I've got a lot of obsidian because I've been using water on lava and mining it. All right, but I built this entire wall. All right, and it's gonna have gold pieces in it. I'm running out of gold because obviously the gold farm doesn't work, and I've been using gold a lot here because it's supposed to be a gold farm. So obviously you'd have plenty of gold if you have a gold farm, but that's not working. So I'm not getting any gold, and I'm just using the stocks that I have in my in my base, and I'm running out. So I kind of built this this pathway here. This is just a overhead kind of keep you safe from the ghasts. This is obviously in the middle of the path, and then you can come over to this side. This one goes straight to the Utopia. Utopia town. And then this is just somewhere random in the jungle. But this is a giant path, and it's going to eventually go all the way to... there's another fortress over there. There's one right there. You can see it starting. It's going to go to that one. So there's obviously a lot more to build. And these I want to make big arches all the way up and down, right? Big, like maybe like up to here. Just whoomp. Big ass arches. This I'm not too proud of. I didn't plan this out very well. I made the nether portal a certain size, then I built the circle, and then I realized that I should have built it an even number, not an odd number, because this is an even number. So I put this odd number into an even number and made it offset so you didn't notice it more and you thought it was done on purpose, but it wasn't. So yeah, this just goes to Utopia, which is kind of cool. Anyway, guys, that's all my time. So these, again, hopefully this video is coming out a few days after the other one, and we're good. So that's the updates. I will try to bring you guys more episodes of the mine wall. Well, I mean, I'll talk about that next time we do an episode on the mine. And yeah, anyway, guys, peace.